And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Glad to have you. The Boy Scouts of America is rebranding. The organization will now be known as Scouting America. The change coming as the organization emerges from bankruptcy following a large number of sexual abuse claims in the organization, officials say. The goal behind the name change is to make the organization more inclusive. It doesn't officially take effect until February. Joining us to talk about it, members of Houston's transgender community, Michaela Poche and Eagle Scout George Abrego. Glad to have you here on The Factor Uncensored. So, George, you've been hot about this all day. What is your issue, your problem with changing the name from Boy Scouts to Scouts of America or Scouting of America?
So here's the deal. Boy Scouts is just that. It should be boys, just boys, right? Boys need to be boys. Boys need to learn how to be boys. They need to learn how to be men, and they need to learn how to be men from grown men. You know, there's certain things that women cannot teach men. You know, I'm usually here talking about firearms and shootings and mass shootings and this and that, and then, you know, we go into mental health issues and this and that. And, you know, a big root cause of that is that a lot of our young men are being raised in single-parent homes. They don't have a father figure in the house, whether it be a biological dad, a stepdad, a cousin, older brother, or an uncle. They don't have that. Boy Scouts provides that. You know, a lot of the boys that I was in there with, they didn't have relatives that were father figures. So they went to Boy Scouts every week, and we had campouts and this and that. And we did what boys do. We got dirty. We built bridges out of wood. We cut down trees. We learned how to shoot firearms. We built fires. You know, we were running around the woods, having fun being boys. And, you know, I credit the Boy Scouts to helping me become the man that I am today.
Okay, and you made it to the top of Boy Scouts,
Correct.
Which would be an Eagle Scout.
Correct, yes, sir.
And you see a dismantling of this organization that created the person you are as a result of saying, let's be more inclusive, let's change the name, and now there, in some instances, girls can join.
Correct. You know, isn't there a Girl Scouts?
That's separate from Girl Scouts.
Exactly.
They can also join Boy Scouts.
Isn't there a Girl Scouts already, if I'm not mistaken? You know, boys need to be boys with boys, and they need to learn how to be men from men. It's just a horrible situation now all the way around. You know, I'll go as far as to say, and you know, I may cause some flack, I may get some flack for this, but you know, it's somewhat of the downfall of society. That's just my thoughts on it.
All right. Okay, well, let's hear from you. Your thoughts on this.
To piggyback off what he's saying, I'm actually agreeing with him. Being that, you know, that it is called Boy Scouts, and I mean, if a girl wanted to join Boy Scouts, she should have went and maybe pursued in Girl Scouts, because it is called Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. Making the name inclusive is kind of ridiculous, and it's making it look like society is so sensitive, and if you say anything, you're bound to get canceled. So I actually agree with him on that take, with saying that changing the name is a little crazy.
And so do you think it would interfere with that path or growth of a young male who may want to, you know, become a man? And if it's all inclusive, everyone's in it, can they focus on that young male becoming a man?
Not really. I just feel like that's...
Boy, your face twisted when I said, you're like, what
no,
you
because
talking
it's
about,
like, okay,
Isaiah?
so it's like, basically, growing up in today's society, that they have to say that it takes a man to raise a man.
Would you agree?
No.
Disagree?
No. I come from a single-parent background. Yeah, I choose this path to be trans, but I also have a little brother, and he was raised by my mom as well. And he's an engineer on boats. He drives boats, has 2 daughters. So that whole taking a man to raise a man, a man to raise a boy is kind of ridiculous. Like, it's all about your upbringing and how you're raised. So I mean, a single mother can raise a man. My mom did it. And I mean, neither one of us are in trouble or any type of street gangs or nothing like that. Like I said again, my little brother, he's an engineer on a boat. He's like a captain. So he's doing pretty well in life. College, high school graduate, 2 kids taken care of. So that stigma of you needing a man to raise a man isn't always true, but changing the name of Boy Scouts to Scouts America?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. So I mean, I don't know, like...
Okay, well, both of you agree on that, at least that point.
Yeah.
Thank you both for joining us here on The Factor. Still ahead.